What is QUICKSINK and why can it generate torpedo-like destructive effects when delivered from the air? In this episode, we will connect doctrine, cost, limitations, and operational roles to reveal the complete picture behind QUICKSINK. Ladies and gentlemen, on July 26, 2024, the United States, together with 29 other nations, took part in a large-scale trans-Pacific military exercise known as the Game of the Pacific. This is one of the largest multinational military drills in the world, held on a regular 2-year cycle. Earlier, on July 11th, participating forces conducted a planned strike against a large target vessel. During this operation, the U.S. military deployed F/A-18 Super Hornet fighter aircraft, armed with the AGM-158 CLRASM, a long-range anti-ship cruise missile. Within just a few seconds, the missile successfully destroyed a large amphibious assault ship named ex-USS Tarawa, a vessel with a full displacement of nearly 40,000 tons. Today, we will explore a different kind of anti-ship weapon, one that may appear less dramatic at first glance, yet is capable of destroying naval targets in a matter of moments. This weapon is known as QUICKSINK, a precision-guided anti-ship bomb developed by the United States. When discussing the most powerful anti-ship weapons, heavyweight torpedoes are often mentioned first. A single heavy torpedo can easily destroy a frigate with a displacement of around 4,000 tons. However, this tremendous destructive power comes at a very high cost. For example, the Mk-48 heavyweight torpedo, one of the U.S. Navy's most prominent weapons, costs approximately $5.4 million per unit. Even for a Navy with a budget as large as that of the United States, such a price tag requires careful consideration before use. To address this cost challenge, the United States began developing a new type of anti-ship weapon that could deliver significant destructive power at a much lower price. To meet this requirement, the U.S. military set strict criteria for the new weapon. First, it needed to achieve combat effectiveness comparable to that of a torpedo, but at a far more affordable cost. Second, it had to be capable of penetrating shipboard defensive systems while still delivering devastating damage to enemy vessels. Traditionally, anti-ship missions in U.S. military doctrine have been assigned primarily to surface combatants, submarines, and naval aviation. The main weapons used for these missions have been long-range anti-ship missiles and heavyweight torpedoes. Among them, the Harpoon missile and the Mk-48 torpedo have long been regarded as representative systems. Although both weapons have proven their combat effectiveness, their high cost has made them increasingly unsuitable for scenarios that demand a cost-effective, scalable solution. It was within this context that the QUICKSINK project was launched. QUICKSINK is an anti-ship weapon program developed by the United States Air Force with support from defense research institutions such as the Air Force Research Laboratory and major American defense contractors. The goal of the program is to create a precision-guided weapon capable of rapidly and reliably sinking enemy warships and transport vessels. QUICKSINK was designed to provide military commanders with a flexible, effective, and economically viable tool for maritime strike operations. According to test results released by U.S. military laboratories, the weapon combines existing guidance systems with a newly developed seeker, achieving rapid target engagement at a reasonable cost. This design allows QUICKSINK to strike both stationary and moving maritime targets, making it a highly adaptable solution for modern naval warfare. According to structural diagrams released by U.S. military research laboratories, QUICKSINK consists of 3 main components: the guidance tail kit, the warhead body, and an advanced seeker package. Rather than creating an entirely new weapon from scratch, the program builds on a proven combat design. The GBU-31 JDAM, a heavy GPS-guided bomb. The key improvement is the addition of a low-cost modern seeker that can function in all weather conditions and support multiple terminal guidance modes. This upgrade effectively transforms JDAM, originally designed as an air-to-ground weapon, into a precision anti-ship system capable of striking and destroying maritime targets such as warships and transport vessels. At military exhibitions and technical briefings, U.S. sources have described describe the QUICKSINK Seeker as a dual-mode guidance system. It integrates radar guidance with infrared sensing to maximize accuracy regardless of environmental conditions. The radar seeker is installed in the nose section of the weapon to detect the target, while the infrared sensor is positioned adjacent to the radar housing, allowing it to track targets through thermal signatures. This seeker technology is combined with the existing GPS/INS navigation package inside the JDAM tail kit. As a result, the weapon can remain effective even when GPS is jammed or when the enemy employs electronic interference measures. In other words, QUICKSINK is designed to operate in contested environments where traditional guidance may be disrupted. The seeker assembly is fitted to the front of the bomb body, while the GPS/INS guidance unit remains in the rear, ensuring accurate mid-course navigation toward the predicted target area. Once the weapon approaches the intended coordinates, it transitions into terminal guidance mode. At that point, the seeker package takes over, using radar and infrared sensing to identify the target's exact position. The system then calculates the ship's speed and direction of travel and adjusts the bomb's trajectory to ensure a precise impact. This final stage correction is what allows QUICKSINK to engage moving ships with high probability of kill, a capability that standard JDAM bombs do not possess. But QUICKSINK is not only about guidance. Its destructive mechanism is equally critical. As the bomb nears the hull, it is designed to detonate just below the waterline. By exploiting the fact that water is nearly incompressible, the explosion transfers energy directly into the ship's structure. The blast is powerful enough to lift the hull upward, potentially causing the vessel to capsize or break apart. Test imagery demonstrates clearly that when detonation occurs, the ship's hull rises before being split open, inflicting catastrophic damage and causing rapid sinking. This type of underhull attack is traditionally associated with heavyweight torpedoes because few other weapons can generate such severe destruction below the waterline. In effect, QUICKSINK seeks to achieve torpedo-like lethality through a much cheaper air-delivered solution. Despite its impressive destructive capability, QUICKSINK does not aim to replace traditional heavyweight torpedoes or long-range anti-ship missiles. Instead, it is designed to fill a critical gap in modern naval warfare: the need for a low-cost, highly flexible, and rapidly deployable anti-ship weapon. Heavyweight torpedoes remain the most lethal weapons against surface vessels, particularly because they attack the weakest structural area of a ship below the waterline. However, their extremely high cost and platform limitations restrict their use. Torpedoes are primarily launched from submarines or specialized surface vessels, which reduces operational flexibility and limits response speed in many combat scenarios. Anti-ship missiles, such as the Harpoon, offer greater deployment flexibility and longer engagement ranges. They can be launched from aircraft, ships, and coastal platforms. However, these missiles typically strike the upper structure of a ship, damaging sensors, weapons, and superstructures rather than the hull itself. As a result, a single missile hit often fails to sink a modern warship outright, especially given advances in damage control and survivability. QUICKSINK was developed precisely to address this imbalance. By detonating beneath the waterline, it delivers damage effects comparable to those of a torpedo, but at a fraction of the cost and with far greater platform flexibility. Any aircraft capable of carrying JDAM-class munitions can potentially deploy QUICKSINK without the need for expensive missile systems or specialized launch platforms. This flexibility dramatically expands the range of aircraft that can perform anti-ship missions. Fighter jets, bombers, and even unmanned aerial vehicles can be equipped with QUICKSINK, allowing commanders to distribute maritime strike capability across a wide variety of assets. In a high-intensity conflict, this creates persistent pressure on enemy naval forces from multiple directions. effects. Cost efficiency is another decisive advantage. According to U.S. defense estimates, the WOSA seeker used in QUICKSINK costs roughly $200,000 per unit and potentially far less when produced at scale. When combined with the guidance kit and a standard bomb body, the total cost of a QUICKSINK weapon is estimated to be between $100,000 and $250,000. This is less than 1/10 the cost of a Mark 48 torpedo. Because JDAM bombs are already produced in large quantities and stockpiled in the thousands, the U.S. military can rapidly convert existing inventories into effective anti-ship weapons. This allows for mass deployment without straining budgets or supply chains. In prolonged conflicts, this advantage becomes critical, as sustainability often matters more than peak performance. QUICKSINK, therefore, represents a shift in thinking. Rather than relying solely on a small number of extremely expensive weapons, the U.S. is embracing a model based on quantity, flexibility, and acceptable lethality. This approach aligns closely with the realities of modern large-scale warfare, where attrition, logistics, and cost-effectiveness play decisive roles. In this context, QUICKSINK is not a replacement, but a force multiplier. It complements torpedoes and anti-ship missiles, expanding the tactical options available to commanders and complicating enemy defenses. Operational testing has demonstrated that QUICKSINK is not merely a theoretical concept, but a weapon system that has already proven its effectiveness in real-world conditions. Since its introduction, the United States Air Force has conducted multiple live-fire tests and joint exercises to validate the weapon's performance against maritime targets. In May 2019, the 49th Test and Evaluation Squadron of the U.S. Air Force used a B-52H strategic bomber to conduct early QUICKSINK trials in a maritime environment. During these tests, JDAM-based QUICKSINK weapons were released to evaluate guidance accuracy, terminal behavior, and overall damage effects against naval targets. The results confirmed that the weapon could reliably strike targets at sea with high precision. Further testing continued over the following years. In September 2021, the U.S. Air Force carried out the first live-fire test of QUICKSINK using an F-15E Strike Eagle. In this trial, the aircraft successfully engaged a moving maritime target and directly sank a full-size target vessel. This event marked a major milestone, proving that QUICKSINK could effectively neutralize maneuvering ships, not just stationary targets. Additional confirmation came during multinational exercises. In September 2022, as part of Exercise Atlantic Thunder 22, conducted jointly by the United States and the United Kingdom, U.S. Air Force F-15E aircraft employed QUICKSINK against a decommissioned destroyer-sized target. Upon impact, the explosion fractured the ship's structure, causing the keel to break under the immense force of the blast. Within minutes, the vessel sank completely, demonstrating the weapon's rapid and decisive kill capability. That same year, another significant demonstration occurred when an F-35A participating in a major exercise was equipped with a QUICKSINK weapon. After detecting, tracking, and locking onto a large maritime target, the bomb was released, entered the water near the hull, and detonated beneath the ship. The resulting explosion destroyed the vessel outright, highlighting QUICKSINK's compatibility with fifth-generation fighter aircraft. The destructive power displayed in these tests is not surprising when the weapon's payload is considered. A heavy JDAM variant weighing approximately 900 kilograms contains a significantly larger explosive charge than most conventional anti-ship missiles. A single direct hit from such a weapon is sufficient to completely destroy a frigate-sized vessel. Because JDAMs are produced in massive quantities each year, the United States maintains a stockpile of thousands of units. In a conflict scenario, this enables rapid conversion of existing inventories into effective anti-ship weapons, dramatically increasing maritime strike capacity without the need for lengthy procurement cycles. Taken together, these tests and exercises demonstrate that QUICKSINK is not an experimental concept, but a mature and operational capability. It provides the U.S. military with a powerful new option for maritime strike, combining lethality, flexibility, and cost efficiency in a single weapon system. Despite its many advantages, QUICKSINK is not without limitations, and understanding these constraints is essential to evaluating its true role in modern naval warfare. The most significant drawback of QUICKSINK lies in its range. Because it is based on the JDAM bomb family, its effective standoff distance is currently limited to roughly 20 to 25 kilometers. This means that launch aircraft must approach relatively close to enemy ships, increasing the risk of detection and interception by modern air defense systems. For this reason, QUICKSINK is not intended to operate against heavily defended surface combatants equipped with layered air defenses and long-range detection capabilities. Instead, its primary mission is to target vessels with weaker defensive systems, such as logistics ships, support vessels, and amphibious platforms. By striking these assets, QUICKSINK can disrupt supply lines, undermine sustainment operations, and weaken an adversary's overall naval posture. In high-intensity conflicts, QUICKSINK is best employed as part of a combined strike package. Long-range missiles can be used to saturate and exhaust enemy air defenses, while QUICKSINK follows as a finishing weapon, ensuring the complete destruction of damaged or immobilized ships. This layered approach maximizes effectiveness while minimizing unnecessary costs. It is also important to note that QUICKSINK's limitations are not fixed. When integrated with deployable glide wings, the weapon's range can be increased dramatically, potentially by an order of magnitude compared to standard JDAM configurations. Such upgrades would allow launch aircraft to remain well outside the engagement zones of many ship-based defenses. In parallel, the United States is developing new air-launched systems that combine JDAM-style guidance, folding wing technology, and hydrodynamic impact concepts. These systems aim to blur the line between bombs, torpedoes, and naval mines, extending strike options both above and below the waterline. The emergence of these weapons signals a broader shift in maritime strike doctrine. QUICKSINK represents a clear example of this evolving mindset. Rather than relying solely on the most expensive and technologically complex weapons, the U.S. military is prioritizing cost efficiency, scalability, and adaptability. Modern warfare is not about spectacle, but about optimization. The core lesson behind QUICKSINK is simple. Strength does not come from the most expensive weapon, but from achieving the greatest effect for the lowest cost. By transforming a widely available air-to-ground bomb into a highly effective anti-ship weapon, the United States has demonstrated that smart upgrades often outperform costly reinvention. Ultimately, weapons alone do not decide wars. It is human judgment, strategic thinking, and the ability to adapt that shape outcomes. QUICKSINK is powerful not because it is revolutionary, but because it fits seamlessly into a broader operational doctrine designed for the realities of modern conflict. If you found this analysis useful and valuable, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss future episodes. Your support is what allows me to continue delivering clear, in-depth analysis and strategic insight. I am Hai. Thank you sincerely for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.